Some commenters have brought up the idea that Boeing needs to create a replacement for the 737 MAX. It's a damaged product, and Boeing's position in the market needs a market-leading product in that category. The 737 MAX was, as it turns out, in hindsight, a really bad idea, executed badly by management that made bad decisions. Not replacing the 737 MAX amounts to accepting a slow decline relative to Airbus that continues for many years into the future. But can Boeing even do it? Does Boeing have the people and the leadership to make a plane that is significantly better than Airbus's narrow bodies? Or has the Jack Welch legacy damaged Boeing too heavily? The essence of the Jack Welch management style is career management dressed up as a management methodology. Stacked ranking, for example, could have been a management technique invented by Pol Pot, who employed a similar technique, except the losers were shot instead of being just fired. Fear and chaos stalks the halls of companies managed this way. Among the pathologies, groups tend to bloat and hire people just so they can fire them later, which should further remind you of totalitarian Marxist-Leninist organizations and the misaligned incentives that exist in Marxist-Leninist economies. The only people immune are the cadre at the top. This should also give you an idea of just how difficult the task of recreating a thriving engineering culture at Boeing is going to be. Harry Stonecipher, the first of the Jack Welch-style CEOs at Boeing, said, "When people say I changed the culture of Boeing, that was the intent, so that it is run like a business rather than a great engineering firm." His successor, Jim McNerney, called engineers who cared first for the integrity of planes, quote, phenomenally talented assholes, and encouraged his management team to manage them out of the company. If Boeing were a software company, I'd say stick a fork in it. In software, whether it's a social network in decline or long-neglected enterprise software losing out to a software-as-a-service alternative, it is seldom worth the effort to fix a culture that is so thoroughly broken. But Boeing is one of two makers of large commercial airliners on the planet, and one of the crown jewels, albeit tarnished, of American industry. Since the U.S. must keep up appearances of a free market, even when there's only one domestic supplier, you won't hear anything about an industrial policy being communicated to Boeing, but one hopes that the board has heard some stern words about straightening up and flying right. The Jack Welch management style is also marked by abstract performance indicators, but when making complex products, the quality of the workforce is always reflected in the quality of the products. That means that the numbers that really matter are those that indicate the experience level in engineering and production workforces and their level of satisfaction with their jobs. Without those indicators showing green lights, all of the spreadsheets containing numbers about quality escapes, are good for nothing. Those numbers can be manipulated by workers who live in fear of being managed out for being, in the words of Jim McNerney, phenomenally talented assholes.